What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. I'm grateful that you are here. And in this video, I'm going to give you my 8 proven steps on how you can reorganize or organize and clean up your music library. If you're a working DJ and you find yourself with multiple duplicate copies of songs in your collection, this video is for you. If you're a DJ finding yourself with a music collection partially in iTunes and other places on your computer or hard drive, this video is for you. If you're a DJ and you find yourself with massive amounts of songs that you don't play in your music collection, this video is for you. And if you're a DJ that's just invested in a new laptop and you're trying to move your music from one laptop to the other, but remove your clutter and organize everything in the process, this video is for you. And it's a process that I've done for myself and recently for DJ Demand of my SCE Event Group family. It's proven, it's rock solid, and it's kind of like how I go about setting up a new computer or just going through my music collection at the end of every year to keep things in good shape. I think if you are effective at managing your music properly, you are in a position to be a much better DJ. You can be faster, you can be more efficient, you can be more effective, and you have your senses on what is where in your overall music collection. And I think there is so much power in that. To jump right into this, I want to give you kind of the steps one by one, and I'd love to invite you to refer back to this video in the future if you ever find yourself struggling with managing your music or if things get out of line. I know DJs as a whole, we love to collect and even hoard music. This video should be a valuable resource for you today, tomorrow, and years in the future, so make sure that you save it. And while I'm at it, I'd love to invite you to support me and support this channel with some sub love down below. Just make sure you crush that subscription button if you are new here to this channel. So let's get into it. Now, I want to make the assumption right up front that you are using Serato DJ. So if you use Rekordbox, Prime, any of the other platforms, Virtual DJ, you can pretty much do this process. You just might have to work around some of the Serato specific terms that I'm going to use or processes that I'm going to use. But as a whole, you can follow this process and it will work for you. I'm going to base everything off of Serato DJ because that's the platform that I've used forever. I feel like I've been a Serato user since it's come out, and that is the software that Demand uses and how we went about doing this. So I want to set that as framework, and it's time to jump into this and get started right now. So we just went through this process with Demand, and it was super simple, and it really has been refined since I started doing videos on this topic, what seems like forever ago when we had all the time in the world thanks to COVID. But the process has gotten a lot more streamlined, and I want to run through it quickly with you, and I want to share some of the things that we did with Demand that helped him be able to take his crazy music collection from one computer, organize it, sort it all out, and move everything to his new laptop very, very easily. And not only did he move the collection over, he cleaned up the collection in the process. So it just makes everything better. So to set the framework on how we went about doing this, I had him bring both his new computer and his former playing music computer, the one that has all the music on it, to the office, and we sat for about an hour. I asked him to open up his playing computer, the older computer, open it up, get Serato fired up, and to have all the music loaded in it. Now, he had that all ready to go, and what I did is I looked at all of the different crates that he had in his collection, and he had over 250 crates. Crazy. We're looking at it, and he's like, yeah, this is pretty excessive. And I'm like, how do you even find stuff in this work of art collection that you have? And he said, quite honestly, he's been collecting and moving music around for years. And I basically said, you have way too many crates. We need to streamline this. And that's kind of how this all came about. So here's how we started. I had Demand bring his old laptop into my office, and we opened that one up first. And what we did is we essentially had him load up Serato, and I looked at all the different crates he had in his collection, and there's over 250 crates that he's amassed over the lifetime of this computer. Just insane. And although that may be acceptable for some people, I think it's way excessive for any working DJ to have that many crates and to know where everything is. It's like virtually impossible, but that's what he had, and we're going to clean it all up. So after everything was loaded, I asked him to go through it and find the crates that he can't live without. Basically, the crates that he either leans on or goes into to do events, to do nightlife, to do any of the shows or performances or things that he does that he feels that he spent a lot of time organizing that he can't go without. Essentially, the crates that absolutely 100% have to be moved over to this new computer without any issues. And we went through and we identified, I don't know, 50 or 60 crates, still a ton, but those were the important crates for Demand. So What we then did is we went into the first crate, and this is the start of the overall process. And we opened up the crate and all the music loaded on the right side of the Serato window. And we found a tag field that he never used. In his case, he never used the tag field album, because we as DJs don't really buy albums like you maybe once did in the 90s or 2000s or whatever. It's just not really a usable field for a lot of people. And a lot of the music that he had in this specific folder didn't even have any text in the album field within the tracks in his Serato. Basically, what I had him do is now tag or add a tag to each one of the songs in that crate with the tag hashtag crate name. And we went through song 1 through the end, and we loaded that into the album field. As we're doing that, we write that note down so we don't lose track of it. And you can do that digitally or on paper. We started on paper. It ended up moving to notes or sheets on the computer, but that's how we kind of started. Then we went to crate 2, and we did the same thing. Hashtag crate name in the album field. We went to crate 3. And in crate 3, we started to notice that there was some overlap. Maybe there was some songs that would be relevant in a wedding, which was one of the folders, but also could be played in a nightclub, but also could be in, let's just say, his routine folder. So what we did is for that, each one of the songs that maybe had multiple tags, is we did all the songs, we sorted by that column. We did all the songs that were blank first, and then we went to the songs that maybe had a tag existing from one of the previous folders, added a second tag. So it might have said hashtag crate 1, maybe hashtag wedding. Then we added hashtag nightlife or hashtag Twitch performance or hashtag Twitch. And then we went to the next crate. Then we went to the next crate. And as we kept on going, we started to add more tracks that maybe were overlapping with additional tags, but we were cleaning everything up. And now this is an important part of the process, because we're going to revisit this after we get everything over the new computer and we resort through everything. The summary of this is go through, identify the folders that you can't live without, then find a field that you don't commonly use or might not even be loaded into your Serato window, and tag the songs in those crates with hashtag and the crate name. We also figured out that he felt that the added column was very, very important, and we didn't want to lose sight of that. So we found another column that he didn't really use, and we added hashtag added and the year. 2017, hashtag added 2018, hashtag added 2012, I don't know, whatever. And we went through and we did that at the same time. This took a little bit of time, but this is an important part of the overall process. And again, the big part of this process is make sure you document what you're doing in something that you can get to when you move everything over, and keep that in mind. So the summary: step 1 is organize, identify what you can't live without, and then tag the shit out of the songs in those folders. Step 2 is document the process while you're going about it. After you complete these 2 really, really important steps, then you're ready to move to step 3. And this is an exciting, really, really cool part of the overall process. This is where you need the help of the Crate Hackers Folder Flattener app. Now, Crate Hackers is a membership platform that allows a user to have access to universes of playlists and an app that has bonus apps in it. It's really, really cool. There's a networking community. There's just a lot of sharing of content, and it's a really, really cool thing that's been on the market for a while. And if you're a viewer of my channel and have seen some of my other videos, you know that I'm a big supporter of Crate Hackers because I believe they push the industry forward. Well, I think there's tremendous value in being involved with Crate Hackers. If you're a new DJ, if you're an old DJ, it doesn't matter. This is golden. And one of my favorite things that they give to their members is this folder flattener tool that comes with the desktop app of the Crate Hackers platform. The folder flattener tool allows you to select maybe your hard drive as a whole or universes of folders. If you're an iTunes user, maybe you choose your iTunes folder. If you have iTunes and other folders, you select iTunes and all the different folders. And what it will do is it will extract all the files that sit not just in that folder, but all of the subfolders and subfolders and subfolders all the way down. And it will copy the files and bring them over to a new folder that you will set up, and it will copy everything in to that one folder. That's not it. It will actually identify the duplicates during this process, and it'll take those duplicate files and it'll put them into a review folder. And I think this is so gold because it cuts so many steps down for cleaning up your music library. So what the Crate Hackers app does is it takes all of your music and takes it all out of all the different folders and it sticks it into a new single folder. And you might be sitting there saying, Jason, why do I want all my music in one folder? Well, I'm going to tell you that it will make your computer run a lot more effectively. It'll increase the performance of your shows, of the software, and just it will put less stress on the overall processor, and it'll be faster. It's just awesome. If you're a user of Serato and you've ever tried to look for a song and the wheel kind of comes up and starts spinning, you won't have that. If everything's in a single folder, the Serato platform doesn't have to index all of the different sub-universes. Everything is in one place and it runs just a lot smoother. It's golden. Now, Crate Hackers is not a platform that you could just sign up for, but I've kind of got a great relationship with the guys at Crate Hackers, and I can offer you access to this universe of networking and music lists and this insane app for a pretty fair price. I mean, I think it's an insane value for what it is, and I'm going to include a link in the description field down below that will give you access right now. Now, this platform is not open all the time. If you click on the link, you can jump in there today, and this is kind of like VIP treatment because I have a great relationship with the guys. They're great friends of mine, and they've just done awesome things for the industry. I'm a big supporter of the platform because I think it helps people sort through music, stay relevant, and figure things out a lot easier. There are so many pluses to this app, and I'm going to include a link right up here if you want to kind of get some more takeaways about why I think Crate Hackers is a gem to be part of. But for now, I'm just talking about the folder flattener, and that's this part. If you want to sign up for Crate Hackers, jump in the description field down below, and you can jump in today with some Jani love in the description field down below. One of the coolest things that the Crate Hackers folder flattener app will do is as you're copying music from the current source to the new folder, basically consolidating all of the different subfolders and everything into this new resource, it's going to go through, it's going to index everything, and it's going to identify duplicate songs in your music collection. It's going to then take those duplicate songs and place them into a review folder, which will be the only subfolder in the new folder you just created of all your music collection. This step is all about going through that review folder and removing all of the duplicates in one easy step from your collection. The next step of this process is super simple. You open up the review folder, which is the only subfolder in the new music folder where everything was copied to. Scan through it really quick, make sure there's nothing in there that you absolutely must have or whatever that might have been mistakenly copied over there, and then erase that folder entirely. You've just removed all the duplicate files from your overall music collection. The next part of this process is to go through this new folder and make sure that you remove any files that are not audio files that are in this folder. When you go through the folder flattener process, they might copy over JPEGs or album artwork, or maybe even other files that might be in some of the folders that are in your music collection that you might not even know of. I go through and I just extract all of that stuff. I sort by file type and I pull anything that's not an audio file out of my music collection. So what's remaining in that single folder is just audio files, whether it be MP3, waves, AIFs, it doesn't matter. I want to make sure that everything in there is an audio file or even a video file, MP4, MOV, whatever. If you're a video DJ, all of that will be in there as well. The next step is pretty fun. You take this folder that you have and now you bring it over to your new computer. You can shut down your old computer, open up your new computer, get everything loaded onto your new computer, and you're ready to now take that master folder and drag it in or import it into your Serato DJ software. After everything is loaded in, you could go through an analyzation depending on how much time you have, or you might want to wait until you get through the next couple of steps and then reanalyze your whole music collection, but you're ready to proceed to the next step, and we're getting close to the end. The next part of this process is kind of like a bonus step that I learned when I cleaned up my own music library, and that's before I start building all my crates. I want to sort through the universe of music in its entirety, and I want to sort this music folder out by bit rate. I want to essentially draw a line in the sand at 192, and I want to remove any files that are a low or poor quality bit rate file. So anything that's less than 192 is not going to sound good in a big system or if you're really into like the quality or integrity of the audio. So I try to identify all the songs that are less than 192, and I might drag those songs into a new folder that I'm going to just set up saying quality check, right? And I'm going to go through that folder and I'm going to identify all the songs that are in this folder that are important to me. So if there's songs that maybe are tagged with one of those hashtags that I identified before or created before, or there are other songs that I think are popular or useful or things that I play when I do different parties, I'm going to go through and I'm going to either go try to find a different mastered copy of that song, or I'm going to try to redo it myself so that I'm only playing songs that are 192K or higher in terms of quality, because anything less than that could sound poor depending on the framework or the event that you're doing. I try to have a music library that not only is organized, but sounds really, really solid all the way around. And this step is all about drawing a line in the sand and figuring out where the songs are that either you need to relocate or re-download at a higher quality level so that you can play and sound good in the future. Anything that has a low quality level, if you don't play it, toss it, get rid of it. But if it's a song that you do play, try to hunt down a better version of that song or that edit or that track so that when you use it in the future, you sound golden and crispy and all good. Audio integrity is really, really big. And just by doing this one step, you'll identify a universe of music that you probably are holding on to that you don't even use. And we want to get rid of that from our collection. Now we're on to the final step, the 8th step. And this is where we use the Smart Crate feature to rebuild the 50 or 60 crates in the collection in Demand's case, where essentially we set up Smart Crate rules, identifying and searching for songs with the list that we just compiled, searching for songs that have the hashtag wedding or hashtag nightlife or hashtag Twitch performance or hashtag wordplay. And we start setting up Smart Crates to pull those songs. Now, a Smart Crate is a really cool feature that Serato DJ software uses, where if it locates that tag in your music collection, it's going to automatically pull it into that folder and it's going to stay there. Now, you can just continue to use Smart Crates. I use a ton of Smart Crates in my collection, or you could take those songs after they're all into that crate and you can drag them into a new crate so they're not, changing ever for whatever reason. And you can do it that way. I'm a big fan of using Smart Crates to keep my stuff dialed in and to stay organized. So that's what this is all about. After you do the universe of music that we identified in the first step that you can't live without, then you can start going in and identifying other universes of music or maybe other crates that you will use in the future. This is where you can also tie back into the Crate Hackers app and you can go through and pull universes of music or lists or sets or crates of music from their platform of what's trending on TikTok, or what are the best salsa songs to play at a wedding, or current hip hop gems, or current this or current dance, or best tech house. I don't know, whatever folders you will use in your events, and you can start to rebuild your crates, reshuffle your stuff. Now, what you've done is you've moved your music library from one computer to the other. You've removed all duplicate files. You've cleaned up the clutter, the things that were dead weight in your collection and low bit rate quality, and then you can fine tune and go from there. I am a big fan of keeping everything in one master crate in your overall music collection, because I believe it helps so many different things and it helps you be a better DJ. The better organized you are, the better and more effective and quicker you will be as a DJ when you're in the zone and you're playing a party, so you don't have to think. Take your time, build crates that are useful, and constantly refine them over time. I'm a big fan of using the Smart Crate feature, and I'm gonna end this video here, and I hope this is enough to kind of get you started, but in the future, I'm gonna drop a video on what I do to life cycle manage my music collection and how I add new tracks, so be on the lookout for that right here. Again, if you're new to the channel, I'd be grateful if you supported me in this channel with some sub love, and if you have any questions about the process or the steps, please feel free to add them into the comments area down below, and I'll do my very best to respond to each and every one of you that takes the time to drop me a question or a comment. And to complete this video, I'm going to share with you a video right over here where you can learn more about some of the other features that are my favorites in the Crate Hackers app. Information on Crate Hackers and all the things are in the description field down below. Be on the lookout for more videos dropping right here in the days, weeks, and months ahead. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me to the very end. Thanks for watching.